Julianna Peña is missing one thing from what she's trying to do right now, and she's obviously trying to become a name, she's trying to become a star, and I don't hate her for that, because she's actually, so far, she's doing a good job, but she's missing something very, very important that we're going to talk about in just a second. Before we get into the video, though, I do want to say hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle, I'm your guy with too many YouTube channels. Let's talk about Julianna Peña. So, she has been all over the place since last weekend. Twitter, Ariel Helwani's show, clips of Julianna Peña have been absolutely everywhere. And long story short, people are comparing her to Colby Covington, which I understand the comparison, and I'm a little bit confused by it because with Colby, it's like such an obvious fake personality because there's been so many clips or so many people talking about Colby Covington, what a nice guy he is, you know what I mean? But then you have Julianna Peña, and I really truthfully can't tell whether or not what she's doing is an act or not, because she doesn't, at the first part, she doesn't have a history of acting like she is, or just like yelling, speaking out, you know? But on the other side of the coin, she's never necessarily had that opportunity until she was champion, but when she was champion, I guess she didn't really have much that she needed to say. Like, if she's a contender, she can go like, Amanda Nunes, I'm coming for you, you're scared of me, that kind of stuff. She's never necessarily had that opportunity before because nobody knew who Julianna Peña was until she beat Amanda Nunes. Now, us hardcore MMA fans, if you happen to be watching this, of course we know who Julianna Peña is, but I'm talking about like the rest of the world here. So what I think, but I'm still not sure, and I'd love to know what you guys think down below. What I think is that it is her personality. It's just amplified a little bit. She's just getting louder. You know what I mean? And while, again, Colby Covington is an entirely fake personality, I understand the comparison. But Julianna Peña is missing one big thing from that. People like Colby Covington because he can back up the things that he says. Where do you see Julianna Peña having dominant wins? She had one dominant win against Amanda Nunes, and even that you could argue it wasn't dominant until the last, like, it was the second round or third round it got finished. Regardless, like, they had a competitive first round. You know what I mean? Colby Covington, even if he loses, he backed up what he said, man. He's going to go in there, and he's going to swing. He's going to try his very hardest to win the fight. Julianna Peña has not shown that yet, so people are almost looking at Julianna Peña, who just got 50-43'd, and they're, like, laughing at her because she's like, oh, Amanda Nunes is running. She retired because she's scared of me. The obvious, like, that can't be the case, man. Like, of course, Amanda Nunes probably wouldn't want to have a tough fight. There's some inherent risks taking that fight, but there's no way she's scared of you. So that's what everybody's doing. They're kind of, like, laughing at her in the sense, like, what are you talking about? Shut up. You know what I mean? That's kind of everybody's attitude towards it. But on the other side of the coin, if she's going for a heel character there, if she wants to be disliked, no matter what she's doing right now, she's stirring up attention. I'm talking about her. I've never thought about making a Julianna Peña video before. And I'm not the only one doing it. How many content creators have you seen talking about Julianna Peña? How much of the MMA community have you seen talking about Julianna Peña ever? This is the most we've ever talked about Julianna Peña before, and this is inherently a good thing. If she ends up getting back into the title picture, the casual fans are going to know who Julianna Peña is. Maybe she can work on it a little bit and get her trash-talking game up and then actually become funny, because she has one advantage that Colby Covington does not have, and that's the word that I'm not allowed to use on YouTube anymore, which is the SIMP advantage. But I understand, like, she's nothing special, but when it comes to MMA, yeah, you'll have those guys. You will have those guys, you know? So that could help her moving forward. If she wants to continue to become a star, she has potential. That's all I'm saying. All she needs to do is just back up what she's saying. She needs to go in there and she needs to win her next fight. Whether it's against Mayra Bueno Silva, Holly Holm, or if it's against Raquel Pennington. No matter who it's against, she must win because she doesn't have respect from anybody right now. If she wins, she's the title holder. Yes, there will still be people saying, oh my God, Amanda Nunes is the GOAT, 50-43, and people will still have that backlash to her. But at least she can defend what she's saying. She can become a winner. And I'm not saying she's not a winner. I know she's won a lot of fights. But take a look at the fighters she's fought. Nobody knows. Essentially, her career began when she fought Amanda Nunes. Only the hardcore fans knew who Julianna Peña was. And that is just an unfortunate reality. So Julianna Peña, you need to win your next fight. And there's one more thing that I want to talk about where it's tough. It's really tough because what I'm going to be talking about is a lot of people had distaste in their mouth when Amanda Nunes was retiring. She's putting the belt down in like the entire stadium. Joe Rogan, or I don't remember if it was Joe Rogan that interviewed her. I apologize. Whoever was interviewing her, everybody was giving her like so much respect. It's a double champion. It's the women's MMA GOAT. She's retiring, and then you have one singular person in the crowd. Boo! Like, it left a bad taste in everybody's mouth. But then as I was thinking about this, I was in the shower and I was thinking about like what I want to talk about for a video, right? What I was thinking about is Colby would do that same thing. Why is it okay when Colby does it? Why do I find it okay when Colby does it, but I didn't find it funny at all when Julianna Peña did it? Maybe it's because, I don't know if it's because Colby's just a winner. And before you say it, I know he loses recently, but it's tough. I really, really don't know. Is Colby just more charismatic? I have no idea. I find Colby's loudness really, really funny. Even if Amanda Nunes was retiring and Colby Covington, I just heard go, boo, you suck, Nunes. Like, I would laugh at that. I'm laughing at the thought of it. Like, for real. I don't know if it's just Colby that I find funny. Maybe it's because I'm a fan of Colby. It doesn't make it any less respectful. Like, there's a lot of things that Colby does that I'm like, oh man, that's not okay to say, but I find it hilarious. Why is it different for Julianna Peña? Is it for the reasons that I just said? Where it's like, I need to see her win. I need to see more of her. I need to grow an attachment to her. Perhaps. But that, regardless, Julianna Peña just yelling boo and she's running scared. And then you have that clip of her like, are people laughing? Boo! Are people laughing at me? Do people find me funny? Maybe that's the reason. I don't know. I really don't know. And I'd love to know what you guys think down below. People just had a really bad taste of that in their mouth. And that was if you were on Twitter or Reddit at all that night. Everybody was talking about like how cringe it was, how stupid it was. Come on, pay the champion her respects. Which ultimately, I agree with that. But on the other side of the coin, I would find it funny if Colby Covington did it. It's tough, man. I don't know. And I'd love to know what you think down below. And I'd love to know what you think about this entire situation. So please, honestly, out of everything that I talked about, let me know what you think down below. What do you think about Julianna Peña? Do you think she has the capability of becoming a star? Because I wholeheartedly believe she does. Women's MMA is struggling right now. Zhang Weili is carrying it, in my opinion. You have some potential with Alexa Grasso. Potential, but who knows? Who knows? That division is getting a little bit better. Regardless, 135 is struggling. And Julianna Peña could wear it on her back. She has the potential. That's all I'm saying. I'd love to know what you think. Do you think she could become a star? What do you think about the comparisons to Colby Covington? Let me know. I would love to hear from you down below. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you are new here, you enjoy the content, please consider hitting the like button. It will help out the little channel a ton. If you want to keep watching, subscribe. But if you do want to keep watching the Clenbat channel right now, there will be 2 videos on the screen right here for you to check out. You should check them out. They're pretty great. I will see you either there or in the next video, guys. Take care. Hey guys, I never do this, but the video was just a few seconds off of being 8 minutes. And honestly, that makes a really big difference when it comes to YouTube videos. So I'm just gonna, maybe fill this time a little bit. Thanks, guys.